สวัสดีครับ Hello everyone. Welcome to Speak Thai with me Paul. In this series of videos, you will learn how to use repeated words in Thai conversation. And in my previous video, you learned the 3 ways of using repeated words to say so in Thai. In this special concluding video, you will learn how to use the wrong tone in repeated words to make you sound so Thai. Most of you guys out there knows by now that Thai language has 5 tones and that using the right tone is very important. However, in casual conversation, you may hear Thai people intentionally using the wrong tone, especially when saying repeated words.
Really?
And if you want to know how and why they do so, and what are the 2-tone rules of using the wrong tone correctly,
Huh?
continue to watch my video.
ใช้มุมกล้อง
To begin with, you can use repeated words to emphasize your feeling. For example, for something very beautiful, you can say สวยสวย rising tone สวยสวย where สวย means beautiful. So you can use repeated words to emphasize that something is so very or extremely instead of using the usual มาก or มาก at the end. However, if you want to intensify your feeling further, you can change the tone of the first repeated word to high tone while maintaining the same tone for the second. For example, for สวยสวย you can change the tone of the first word from rising tone สวย to high tone สวย So instead of saying the usual สวยสวย you can also say สวยสวยสวยสวย to emphasize that it is so beautiful. Now, for the first tone rule of using the wrong tone in repeated words, you only change the tone of the first word to high tone while maintaining the same tone for the second. Another example, for very good, you say D, mid tone, D, where D means good. To apply the first tone rule, you change the tone of the first word from mid tone D to high tone D. So, to emphasize that it is so good, you say D, D. Another example, for very spicy, you say เผ็ด low tone เผ็ด where เผ็ด means spicy. Again, to apply the first tone rule, change the tone of the first word from low tone เผ็ด to high tone เผ็ด. So, to emphasize that it is so spicy, you say เผ็ด. Another example, for very difficult, you say ยาก falling tone ยาก where ยาก means difficult. Again, to apply the first tone rule, change the tone of the first word from falling tone ยาก to high tone ยาก. So, to emphasize that it is so difficult, you say ya, 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 ya. Tips for you. There is no need to change the tone of the first word if it has already a high tone. Instead, you drag the high tone slightly longer the same way you say something is so in English. For example, for very hot, you say ร้อนร้อน high tone ร้อนร้อน where ร้อน means hot. In this case, the first word ร้อน already has a high tone, so there is no need to change the tone. Instead, you drag the high tone slightly longer. So, to emphasize that it is so hot, you say ร้อนร้อนร้อนร้อน Now, for the second tone rule of using the wrong tone in repeated words. If the repeated word has two syllables, change the tone of the second syllable in the first word to high tone. For example, for very delicious, you say อร่อยอร่อยอร่อยอร่อย where อร่อย means delicious. In this case, อร่อย has two syllables. To apply the second tone rule, change the tone of the second syllable in the first word from low tone ร่อย to high tone ร้อย So, to emphasize that it is so delicious, you say อร่อยอร่อยอร่อยอร่อย Another example, for very clean, you say สะอาดสะอาดสะอาดสะอาด where สะอาด means clean. In this case, สะอาด has two syllables. Again, to apply the second tone rule, change the tone of the second syllable in the first word from low tone อาด to high tone อาด So, to emphasize that it is so clean, you say สะอาดสะอาดสะอาดสะอาด Okay, that's all for today's lesson. Now you know how to use the wrong tone in repeated words to make you sound so Thai. But before I go, I have good news for you. For those who want to read and write Thai, don't miss my next upcoming series of videos. Thank you very much for watching this series of videos on using repeated words in Thai conversation. If you like my video, click like on the link below. If you find my video meaningful, click share. Click subscribe if you wish to see more of my future videos. Thank you very much and see you in my next video. Bye bye. สวัสดีครับ ฟันดีนะ